we've mentioned before that we've never really celebrated anything in our lives until recently, where we started kind of acknowledging each other's birthdays every now and then. You know, that's about the extent of it. If you want more on that, I don't know, look around and find them in the videos. I don't know what the fucking video they're on, man. There's 1,000 videos on this channel. Go look at them, damn it. We need the views. But anyway, we did talk about that. And today is my birthday when we're filming this, which means you'll see this in, like, literally my next birthday.
Yeah.
But today is my birthday. But, you know, yesterday was when we decided to kind of acknowledge that, I guess, in the family. Namely because everybody was here. And by everybody, I mean 3 of us. So, yeah, our mom was like, yeah, let's go eat, man. And I knew ahead of time that this was happening, and I could have put a stop to it. And now I wish that I had. I wish that I had a time machine to travel back in time and change it even now after it's happened. And it's dead and gone, and I've shit out what happened. Literally excreted it from my system. But what happened was this. My mom said, hey, we're going to go eat out for your birthday. GoonTick's going to pick.
I didn't
the place.
pick.
And I said...
She lied to you, homie.
Now, hold on, homie. I mean, you don't get to defend yourself
I
yet.
didn't pick.
She goes, he feels like Chinese food before he has to go on a diet, basically.
Yeah.
He feels like this last hurrah should be Chinese food. Now, and at the moment she told me that, something deep in my soul even told me, say no to this. Say no. It's my goddamn birthday. I get to pick where I go. But I was like, nah, I mean, you know, whatever. I don't give a shit, honestly. If it were up to me, we wouldn't have gotten eaten anywhere, to be honest with you. But whatever, you know, I was like, all right, fine. That's cool. What else? Let's respect. Alas, it seems that I should have listened to my spider sense because stinky!
I gotta say.
Holy shit.
On, let me
okay,
jump
now
in.
your defense.
Let me jump in. I didn't say, let's go here. I said...
You said you wanted Chinese.
Like a month ago, I said, I kind of wish I could get some Chinese because the one we usually frequent is closed.
Right.
Because, of course, of the current situation.
Right.
I kind of wish I could get some Chinese before I have to literally eat a freaking carrot's penis for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's what I said.
Uh-huh.
Somehow this got escalated to let's go to this other Chinese joint.
No, but see, this is what she told me, and you can refute this. Defend yourself if you will. I mean, I don't know. I'm just privy to what she told me.
All right.
She said he wants to have one last hurrah with Chinese food, and I said, all right. And then she said, I don't know where to go. I'm going to ask him to look something up. And she said that you suggested the place we went to.
Nah, homie.
And that you looked up the times, which that part I believe because
I did look up the times.
She doesn't know jack shit about how to look up anything online.
I looked up the time and I looked up the freaking number because she told me to.
Okay, so the point is the reason we ended up there is all because
a month ago I was like, damn, I wish I could have some Chinese before, and I also wanted wings.
Yeah, I see that. I can't really fathom a world where this happened because how does a month ago translate to on my birthday we end up going to the Chinese place?
Because your birthday happened to be a week before this event has to happen.
All right. I'm going to buy it, but I don't buy it. I'll just say that. But the point is we ended up going to this freaking Chinese place.
Another thing was that there really isn't any other places open. So this happened to be open.
I would have rather eaten at the fucking canal, dipped my hands into the water, taken out raw fish and chawed on it.
To be fair, we didn't know it was gonna suck.
So we went. I'm telling you, I knew in my heart that this was gonna suck balls. So anyway, but I'm open to it. You know, I'm open to all experiences, good or bad. It's led me places, mostly bad. So I should have known. The point is, we go to this fucking place, man, and I haven't been to this place in over like a decade and a half. That alone tells you there's a reason I didn't return here.
I will say that when we walked in, I was a little hopeful because they had changed the look and there's new management, obviously.
Right.
So I was like, okay, good. This might not suck. Because
So your previous experience was shit.
last time me and the Guardian went, it wasn't good.
So you went to a place. You could have stopped the wheels on this
Well,
fucking
last time it wasn't that
train.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good. You know, it was like it was fine.
That's horrid. You could have stopped this disaster. But anyway, you didn't. I didn't. We're all at fault here, all of us. But anyway, so we go to this freaking place, and it feels like claustrophobic as shit.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
so
Now, we're
close.
fat lards.
True.
So we take up a lot of space. A lot of fucking real estate is taken up by just one of us. Just imagine two of us on mini bikes
Get your shirts right now.
with striped pants and little hats going around a restaurant. It's not a good situation, man.
Seriously, we need the money. Mad poor homie.
Oh yeah. This is an actual fucking plug.
Yeah.
shirts up at our shop. Links in the description down below. But yeah, man. We go to this restaurant, and it's small, even for a tiny
Yeah, it's
person.
really small.
Our mom is super small, tiny, you know, a frail looking woman, and she was like, "What is this rat's maze that we're in?" So imagine our gargantuan planetoid asses fucking spinning around the fucking sun that is this Chinese place,
The
man.
amount of cracking that came from my chair was impressive.
Yeah, you were. I'm surprised that chair held up, homie. I'll be honest with you.
I was spiteful
you were
at
doing,
that chair, homie.
You were doing some work on that piece of shit.
I was
but
trying to work it over for the next guy.
So we walk in, man. It's paid, and since it's my birthday, I didn't pay. You know what I'm saying? She paid, and it's a buffet, so it's not like we had an assortment of, you know, like he's getting that. It's a buffet, so it's even across the board. And then it comes out to $41. Already, that's too much for a fucking Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
That shit should cost maximum for 3 people 1 cent. You know what I'm saying? It's straight garbage food, 1 cent. But anyway, it's $41. I'm like, the moment I heard that, I was like, oh no. Oh, this is bad. I even had to verify when we sat down. How much was this? 41. I was like, there's no way this food, even if it's good, could live up to 41. I'm not cheap. I'm not saying I'm cheap. I'm saying Chinese food of the buffet caliber in a place that looks like this and feels like this, it's not gonna live up. And lo and behold, my predictions were true, because we go to get the food. I'm looking, and basically all of it is some variety of chicken with a different sauce on it, and maybe like a vegetable thrown in. And I'm like, this is just all chicken balls.
Or a seed.
Yeah, or seed. It's all chicken balls with a different fucking sauce. What is this? There's a noodle here. All right. And there's the same exact noodle over here. Yeah, one massive noodle about this thick. Yeah, there's noodle here, but there's another noodle here that looks exactly the same, but it's hot. And so I get chicken of 10 million varieties and noodles that are supposed to be different, and I go back, and it all tastes the same.
I disagree with you on this one.
You do, but let me get through mine first. They all taste the fucking same to me. It's just straight, like, weird mixture of dishwater and bologna. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good, man. And no matter what I tasted, I was like, it tasted the same. And then I went to the noodles, and I'm like, well, okay, fine. That tastes like your standard wash down fucking noodle that you get. What is that shit called? The chow mein? No, not the chow mein. The other one.
That noodle was pretty shitty.
Whatever it was called, you know? And then I get the other one that looks exactly the same, but it's supposed to be hot, and it was somehow less hot than the normal noodle. I was like, what is that? And not to say that the normal noodle was hot. It was unhot.
I feel like your taste buds are busted on.
It was shit, dude. Nah, homie, my taste buds aren't busted. I can taste perfectly. I'm just saying this food was busted. Here's how bad this place was. You brought me a drink because I coerced you into getting one for me, because fuck this rat's maze. I'm not walking around. And you bring me Dr. Pepper, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah.
It didn't taste like anything, dude.
My freaking Pepsi was hella non-tasteful.
It literally was water with seltzer in it.
Mine wasn't even fizzy, dude.
I didn't say it was good seltzer. It was just some seltz.
It was Brian Seltzer.
It was just the blandest fucking shit you could ever do. All right. That's my experience so far. Food only. Go.
I gotta say, I got the first plate. I got two varieties of chicken ball,
Chicken balls.
and eventually I got all varieties. The freaking chicken balls tasted completely different, but they all tasted like shit. So I'll give you that. One of them was like pure.
That's worse than my taste all the same.
One of them was pure chemicals. I don't know what it was supposed to taste like, but it just tasted like mad chemies. The other one, which was supposed to be orange chicken, did have a citric flavor, but it was just citrus. It's like, what is this, man? Citrus? Answer, yes. And the only one that was okay was the sesame chicken. It tasted fine. But even then, I got another plate. Steak cake. And it was fresh, dude.
Yeah,
Second plate.
One thing you can't say about them is that they weren't stalling on bringing out fresh
Yeah, they
food.
were like pumping it out maybe a little too quick.
It just sucked nasty nuts.
I got something called an oyster wing, which was the best thing, and it tasted like shit. It tasted like fish, which I guess makes sense. And then I got a hot wing, which again, pure chemicals. It's like, what is this, homie? I understand that Chinese food of that kind has a lot of, flavoring and salt, but usually you can, get rid of it afterwards.
Yeah.
Damn, homie, this shit stuck with me all night.
Yeah, horrendous.
The flavoring.
Now here's the thing. Was there something else besides chicken? Yes. They had two beef things. One of them was Hunan beef, and the other one, I forgot what the fuck it was. But I had both of them, and one of them sucked because it tasted like Nathan. Nothing, man. Didn't taste like shit. The other one, the Hunan beef, was the closest to it tasting like it should have. And that was it. It was fine, quote unquote, compared to everything else. They had soups, but I'm not gonna do soups in a buffet. I'm sorry. 2 soups, so it's not like there was a variety of them either.
One rice.
One rice, and was that fried rice?
Yeah.
And somehow, if you dug into it, it was all white underneath. Like, how? It's fried rice.
Damn, homie.
So that's a thing.
They had a sickening amount of sushi that we didn't even look at.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do sushi buffet. It's just not gonna happen. I did have fried fish, which they had, and it didn't taste like anything. And here's the worst part: the batter was raw inside. The fish was fine somehow, but the batter was raw, so it just ended up tasting like raw batter. And then finally you'd hit some fish strain and you're like, oh, it just tastes like fish and raw batter. So that sucked. So the food stunk major culos. What about the experience? Well, spoiler, stunk major culos.
I was irritated. You were like mad shitting on everything.
I had no choice.
I was mad irritated because of several things. The first being this hag and her brood. I went off to get your stupid drink because I'm your freaking manservant now. I went to get your stank drink and my drink, and I was getting my drink, and this place is so freaking cramped that you have to go through the drink area to get into the freaking food place, right? The sitting area. And this hag and her brood are coming up into the drink area.
Wait. I should explain before you get to that, because I experienced the hag and her brood before you got there.
Well, she had already freaking swarmed through your area?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Before he encountered them, I encountered them. Me and my mom were already sitting at the table. And because it is the scenario that we're in now, the COVID scenario, they have the skip one table thing.
Yeah.
Now, we're fat pieces of shit, as aforementioned, so we're not going to go into a booth. Imagine fitting this shit into a booth. All the shoehorns in the world are not enough, even though they were made of fucking titanium.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, man. You could grease us up, and it just ain't going to work. So we go to the tables that have the chairs that you can move around and shit. So, one, to get to that, we had to go to all the way in the back of the restaurant. That's bad. 2, everything is super cramped. Like, you can't move without touching another table.
Yeah.
So we get to a table, we sit down, you go to get your food. At this point, in the area we're in,
the brood
this she beast and her hell children walk in, and I don't know, there was like 8, maybe 10 of them.
Yeah, that was a lot of them.
And they, this is gonna piss you off, dude. There was two tables available that were 6 seaters. That's the biggest you could get. 6-person tables.
Yeah,
that's it. We were in one of them. It was only 3 of us, but again, we're fucking fat large.
Yeah, we're like 10 people.
So on one side, we cover the space of 3 seats, and then it's our mom on the other side. And there was 5 people seated on the other one. So this bitch and her brood come in, and they're telling the guy that the busboy that's taking all the dishes and shit. They're pointing at us, telling him basically to move us because we're just 3 people.
Bullshit.
So now you know why I was pissed. Atop from the fact that this is my birthday and we're in hell.
This makes more sense because when I was getting my stanky drink, first of all, I have to establish some freaking etiquette rules. Which, granted, I shouldn't be the one because literal slob. Not even a hog, just a slob, dude. If you're gonna if you have a brood and one person already got their drink and there's only one way to go into the food place, let them go first.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell, dude? You have an entire freaking army of people. It's quicker just to let this guy go in.
Yeah.
So I got my stupid ass drink and your dumb ass drink, and I'm starting to go in, and this stupid ass kid, I don't know if you saw him, he had all the cups.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid ass kid like shoves his way in up to me, literally like doing the move thing. You know, he didn't say move, but he was doing the basically move thing.
The hand
up to you, yeah. I was like, what is this? I'm surprised you didn't hear this shit, by the way. What is this? And he was I wasn't moving, dude. I was like, what is this shit? Pissed, right? And then this stupid hag brings all her entire brood in and starts funneling them into that area. There's nothing in this area except for drinks. They're not seated yet. Why are they going down this area?
I know why they're going down this area. So, if you had let me finish, this would have explained it. Doesn't excuse their behavior, don't get me wrong. But the hag and her brood are now amidst us over here in the table before you get back with the drinks. And they're telling the guy, the busboy, basically move these fucks. So, because they only saw me and my mom there. And they're like, we're 5 grillion people, move them. And he's like, no, dude, they're seated, you know?
Yeah.
P.S. I have a lot of people don't know this because they haven't seen me without the mask. But I look like I'm pissed half the time. Apparently, according to a lot of people, I look like I'm fucking pissed. And when I'm pissed or irritated, I actually look like I'm going to murder people. So I was looking at her because I was hearing her. I was looking at her and her brood.
Does that?
Like they needed to be exterminated off the face of the fucking planet. So he looks over and he sees what most undoubtedly was a face of horror on me. And he was like, nah, homie, I'm not going to tell this dude to move. And so she gets mad, basically. And she asks him, well, where are we going to sit? And he says, well, there's an entire fucking wall where you can sit with your fucking massive brood.
And that makes sense.
And that's where that wall was right next to the drinks. So you were coming this way. At that point, he told her to go to that fucking big-ass open wall. And that's when you clashed.
Though I agree, I was actually a little bit further down this way, right? Mm-hmm. And yes, that makes sense because there is a seating spot over there.
Right.
But they weren't going down that way. They were coming up my way. And then they stopped in the middle, right? This kid is trying to shove my lard ass out of the way. I'm just like, dude, what is this? And she stops, and the freaking busboy comes up, and she starts talking to him. I don't know what she's saying because I'm so enraged with the stupid kid trying to move me out of the way. And I'm literally butting heads with a kid at this point, so I'm the stupid idiot. And she's freaking, like, starts talking to him, basically being rude and shit.
Yeah.
And then she eventually, I kind of, like, squeeze my way in, and she eventually moves out of the way, and I freaking squeeze in, and I freaking sit down. I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
Hate that!
At that point, I'm just kind of, like, in a despondent mood. I've gone through part of my first plate, and I hated it. And at this point, I feel that I have to eat at least 2 plates to make $41 worth it. So I finished that last plate, and I go very, very against my will to get a second plate, and I do that. And while I'm humming around trying to find something that's not a chicken ball, basically, the broods, the bitch's brood, namely her like male kids, are just running rampant over this entire area. And there's one of them that I'll grab something and put on my plate, and then he'll be right next to me. Like, literally right next to me. Like,
was he the tallest one?
Yes.
It was that stupid kid!
Yeah, he'd be right next to me, like, move, basically, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing, man. I'm fucking in my late 30s, and this kid can't be over fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do? Slap the shit out of this kid? In my fucking best dreams I would, but in reality I can't do that. And what the alternative is to tell him something, but that's a losing battle. You know? Why the fuck would I argue with a kid? What the fuck are you to me? You're literally nothing.
That's my job.
This is something that a lot of young folks, now I'm something like a fucking grandpa, young folks on the internet don't understand. And I'm not excusing the behavior of older fucks. Because, you know, when a lot of people go, okay, boomer, because somebody's acting like an old fogey, a lot of old fucks just don't care that you think that. They're going to be stubborn about their ways. That's kind of why they're acting like boomers. So you're going to be that way too, because you're going to miss the days of your youth. So welcome to your hell. You know what I'm saying? So I remembered myself when I was a young piece of shit, and I was like, I still didn't act this way. What is this? So
yeah, this little kid had like a freaking attitude, man.
Well,
like,
hold on, man.
What is this shit?
So I can't do anything to this kid except inconvenience him.
Yeah.
So I just stand there.
Dude, I did this time.
I just stand there, and he kind of looks at me like, what the fuck, eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he has to move. What is he going to do? Be sniffing my fucking butt crack all day long? So eventually he fucking leaves, and then I can comfortably move around, right? And, of course, there's other people milling around, and they're being inconvenienced by this too, but they're more being inconvenienced by these brats just milling around uncontrolled like heathens instead of me staying in one place. But anyway, I get back to the fucking table, and, you know, I eat this second highness plate. It's fucking shit, you know? At this point, I didn't know that you hated the food at this point. I thought you were all noshing on that shit because you had like mad 50 dishes or something.
I had freaking 2, dude.
Well, little did I know that you were just not eating the food.
Oh, yeah, I was bad pouring it out.
But anyway,
the refuse plate.
I go back, and you're making like this big deal of getting up. Now, I understand the place is tight, and you're literally a man planet.
I'll tell you why I was making a big deal, because every time I would get up, someone would come and get me.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I know. I'm saying you're a planetoid.
Yeah, I have to be conscious.
So
of
you
my
have
girth.
to be conscious of when to move. But I was telling you, there's nothing around you right now. Go. Everything's clear. There's no kids. There's nothing. The fucking shit's empty. For the longest time, I was like, just go now. And you're like, no, homie, I gotta be conscious of my environment.
My girth.
But then the moment you chose to erupt from your seat,
I did kind of erupt.
You're like, no, and you jump up. That's the very moment there was like a confluence of individuals in your general area. There was kids coming from that way. The bus boy was literally behind you, and he had to like do this cartoonish Roadrunner like stop, you know, plates going all over the place and shit. And I was like, damn, that was a bad moment to pick.
No, homie.
But anyway,
there was one kid coming my way. I didn't see the bus boy, to be fair.
That bus boy was like, what the fuck?
But in my defense, I'm not the only one with eyes, homies. These people can freaking see a fat lard.
He had viddied that you weren't moving. He was already like there, and that's when you go all of a sudden.
I was literally.
No, homie. You're telling me that somehow he teleported from over there to right behind you?
I was in a spring position, dude. If you see a fat guy in a spring position, he's getting ready to get up.
Nah, it's just you can safely assume he's also gonna sumo, maybe. You know what I'm saying? The point is, this motherfucker could have thought you were just catching your breath or some shit.
Nah, homie.
The point is, he was right behind you. That's when you go. And you rub like some fucking retarded Power Ranger.
I even announced it, so you should have heard it.
Nah, homie, he was like already moving. But anyway, the guy, you know, had to stop at an alarming rate, which I'm surprised didn't give him whiplash. and he salvaged the trays, but you come back, and at this point everybody at the table is miserable. Mom ate one plate, and even that she was like, that's it. She gave the place a rating of 2 thumbs down. I agreed. We were just there like, this is a thing, and you were like taking your time with these plates that you're picking through, to the point where like we're both kind of looking.
I was like, what's going on here?
We're both looking at you like, can you not read this room that stinks? And you're like, I'm gonna go get another plate. So you go get the third plate, which you didn't eat at all, and
terrible.
you're just there, and you just stop, and you're like, I hit my wall, and then I'm like, are you ready? And he's like, and you're like, are you ready? I'm like, we've been ready for about
to be
70
fair,
years.
In my defense, you put on your food glove. And I was like, this homie's just freaking taking a breather. He's going to go get some more food or
there was no breather, man.
You had on your food glove. That's a key for me to be like, oh, this guy's going to eat
Here's
more.
the thing. Look, when you go get the food at the buffet, you have to put on this glove,
food
right?
glove.
Okay, well, you don't dispose of the glove anywhere because there's no trash anywhere. So I'm bored out of my fucking gourd. I definitely want to get the hell out of Dodge. What else is there to do but put on your food glove and make hand farts? Which is what I was doing, by the way. I was going... how is translate to I'm totally going to get more nosh.
I thought you were going to get more food. You were in the fat spring position. You had your food
I was not
glove.
in the fat spring position. I was literally just leaning like this going...
Mom had her food glove. She had only one plate. So I was like, at least people are going to eat more.
Man, it's been like 7 hours since we gotten anything. There's no way we're waiting that long.
It wasn't that long.
It was ages. Literal eons had passed. But anyway, at this point...
Also, at the same time, running through my mind was, damn, Mom set this little thing up. She spent all this money on it. I got to make it worth it at least.
There was like a consensus in the ether.
For you?
No, homie.
You were like, this garbage. And Mom was like, damn, homie.
No, Mom was the first one to say, this place sucks.
Nah.
And I was
she
like...
did afterwards.
No, she said... This place sucks. At that point, I went, I give this place 2 thumbs down. And she went, me too. And you were there the whole time
I wasn't there,
that
dude.
this happened.
Nah, homie.
So you were either so intent on your food or...
It might have been when I was freaking fuming with rage that I didn't hear this shit. Point is, I didn't see that. So in my mind, I was like, damn, this homie being rude. So I was already a little annoyed by that. I was annoyed by the stupid, horrible kids. I was annoyed by the fact that you were mad taking all these other people's sides. Meanwhile, I'm like, damn, homie, you freaking throwing me to the trash and freaking beating me to death.
Whose side was I taking?
You're like, nah, that hag was right. You're like, damn, homie, you're going to drop everyone's earth.
I never
I
said
stood up and like a tiny little piece of chicken fell off the freaking dish and you're like, oh, you're going to drop all the chicken? I was like, damn, dude, what is this?
First of all, that never happened. I never defended the hag. 1. 2, I did... tell you, damn, that's a bad moment to get up, because when you went, go, and erupted into fucking stratosphere, that's literally when that dude was about to fucking roadrunner into your flesh. So I was like, damn, this guy almost died over here. Unbeknownst to you, you would have had like a fucking busboy imprint on your back.
I'll give that busboy a pass because he had to stand up to a hag, and he also had an Iron Maiden shirt.
Yeah, it's not his fault. He's just working there, you know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, homie could have seen me, dude.
Nah, homie. You were just sitting there forever. This dude's coming. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you go and shoot up like a freaking maniac.
I didn't say go. I said now.
Whatever. It sucked. The point is,
we
finally decide, fuck this place, and we leave. And there's like just this silence of like steaming hatred. And everybody, and that's it, man.
I will say that I was kind of like, damn, homie, it sucks, because I thought Mom was mad hurt. That's really why I was pissed. I was like, serious, homie? And then the second hold on, the second we stepped out of the freaking place, it kind of was thankfully diffused, because you went to the car going, hey, GoonTick's a piece of shit. I was like, damn, homie. I stayed back.
Silent all the way to the car.
I stayed back with Mom, and she's like, that was disappointing. So the confirmation of it sucking mad ass was there because I didn't hear it before.
Yeah, homie. Everybody knew. Apparently, except you, that this place sucked mad donkeys. And here is the ultimate confirmation. Or I should say not the ultimate confirmation, but the ultimate dagger in the back is that I didn't pick the place. It was my birthday and I didn't pick the place. Now, I don't give a shit, like as aforementioned. But logic says if it's somebody's birthday, either the one person that's going to spring for paying it is going to pick the place, or you go, hey, where do you want to go eat? Which my choice would have been, it doesn't fucking matter as long as it's not that Chinese place. But the point is, that's what was like, to me, it was like, this is like the cherry on the shit sundae. You know what I'm saying? The sundae was shit already. But then I was like, damn, we could have been anywhere but this place.
Well, really, no one picked it.
Nah, homie, there was a shadow cast over that entire experience. And it said, that boy want that Chinese dog.
Well, no. I said I wanted Chinese. I didn't say I want that Chinese.
Nevertheless, you looked up the place. You could have gone, nah, homie, let's not do that instead.
True.
But we're all at fault because anybody at any point could have said,
like, let's not go
there.
Stinky.
But I don't know what the fuck stopped me from doing it, from saying that. Well, I know what stopped me. I was like, nah, homie, want to go there. Fuck it. Since I don't give a shit, fuck it, let's go there, right? But really, I should have been selfish as fuck and gone, fuck that shit. We're going to anywhere on Earth, literally the bottom of the ocean, to suck algae off the floor.
Sludge soup?
Than this. It sucked. Sucked massive donkeys. I hated it. I was conscious of the fact that I didn't say shit until Mom said shit.
Well, see, I didn't hear that shit, so in my mind I was like, damn, homie be mad rude.
Nah, homie. You know I'm not like that. I'm rude to you.
You were like mad, freaking tattooing hatred for me on your arm, dude. I was like, what is this guy?
That was my hint to hurry the fuck up and get out of here. Because in my eye, you were like, damn, this homie's straight up eating 70 plates.
I freaking, on total, I think maybe I ate 1.5 plates.
Yeah, but you kept going and getting plates.
Yeah, because in my mind, I was like, damn, Mom paid for this shit. I gotta make this worth it.
Yeah, but by that point, everybody was like, this sucks. Massive donks. Let's get the shit out of here. And you were like, let me go get another plate. And me and Mom were like, what the fuck? Why is he getting more plates? It's
well, you should have told me, man.
I mean, it was in the air,
I was
homie.
mad, or I was too pissed to freaking even read the room, homie. I was enraged by that dumbass kid. And also, I forgot to mention this. When I went to get my freaking second plate, which was before all this shit happened, freaking this stupid-ass old bag was following me around and Mad Dog staring at me the whole time.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, it pissed me off, dude. I was freaking getting whatever miscellaneous chicken ball because that's all they had. And freaking, she was literally like this.
Damn, homie.
And then I would go and get something else, and she would go to the place I was before and stare at me. It's like, what is this guy? Freaking, there's literally an entire buffet. And she was one of those takeout hosts that just gets everything.
Oh, yeah,
So she literally could have just gone somewhere else and gotten stuff. But she had to be right behind me staring at me.
Yeah, I do hate those takeout
So I was already,
people.
like, pissed. I wasn't reading no room, homie.
Well, that's your fault. You deciding not to read the room because you're mad is your fault.
I lost my ability to read the room.
That's your fault.
The second that room was literally a microscopic. Yep.
Good one, guy.
Just came up on that one.
Anyway, this was the absolute worst birthday anything. It was so shitty that I was actually like in a mad depressive state afterwards. Like it literally made me reflect on where I am in life, which is not a good place, by the way. And I was just like, fuck this, man.
Really? The Chinese?
I want to die. It was just a representative of that was an allegory for my life. That fucking Chinese place. I was like, this is shit. Like I saw a visual play of my life unfold in the form of a Chinese buffet from hell. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, that was that, you know. So, boo on that. Stinky. Anyway, that was the experience. Let us know what you think about it. In the meantime, hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons because we're out.